Hooray, finally. Right, okay, so this is round 2, attempt to record this. This is Far Cry 2, the map editor. I thought I would load up a couple of my old maps and show you around. This particular map is called the little town of Blastiness. I designed it back in 2009, and it actually was quite good fun at the time. I've been trying to get multiplayer to work, but it's one of those things which their servers never work very well for it, and LAN is the only real way to get it to work, and that's literally when you're with somebody else in the same place. It takes quite a lot of work to get it going. Anyway, so let's see if I can show you around. So my cameras are all over the place. So I've got a camera which initially starts in this church tower. You can see lots of different objects as you look around the map with little different people symbols. This took me quite some time to make. Everything is quite nicely built together, and it's designed for a bit of chaos, really. So this is actually a little version of the full map because, well, at the time my PC wasn't powerful enough, and it was just enough stuff. And to be fair, this place is huge anyway. I mean, I'll see if I can show you the borders. Let's see, where's the border tool? One of these up here. It's been so long since I've opened any of these tools. Is it that one? Playable zone. There we go. So you can see the zone. I've cut out that entire section over there, even though it's built onto the map, so you can kind of get a feeling for it. So deliberately I have cut it off by breaking the bridge there. If I go over here, we can see that, you know, you can swim out, but obviously you would go out of the playable zone and then it would kill you. This bridge, it's not being blown up or anything, but it has been barricaded, so you wouldn't be able to drive across it or anything. The idea being that you can't get anything out of the map. Obviously it's possible to an extent, but yeah. Anyway, so I've created several different areas on this map. This area here is a train station. I was just having a bit of fun. I wanted to put this train station in, so I built one. And I attached a few trains on a piece of track and broke the track on the end, so you could see why it wouldn't go anywhere. So this is the train at the very front. This is all stock pieces, by the way. There's no pieces here that have been downloaded from the net or anything. This is all stock. So everything you can see here has been placed by myself from the stock that they provide. Okay, so you see I've got a couple of bits after that. You can see there are zones you can hide in if you're playing and shooting at each other around this area. It's quite nice and cool to see. Then I got a bit of a turn. Then I made it look like there'd been some kind of crash here, and yeah, it's overgrown and died basically. So yeah, look, it's a thing in the middle of nowhere. It's just basically saying this is an abandoned railway that's been dug up and left. They happen around the world. You can find them in lots of different places. There's one which has actually been turned into a good place for wedding venues and things like that, called Horsecroft in the UK. Look it up if you're interested. If anyone mentions it in the comments, I'll put a link in the description. So yeah, anyway, we've got a little station house here, which I added a computer to, and a chair, and a desk, and it's a really crap desk, isn't it? Lighting, I did all the lighting myself, so the lights are not part of this particular unit. It's quite a dark area, mostly because of the trees. Did all the signposts, they were great fun, they were. I don't really see why I had so much fun doing it, but still. But you can see the road kind of goes around. It's a pain getting the road to do what you want it to do, because if you want to keep the road going, it actually goes under the water here. You can see, if I go down to here, oh, maybe not, maybe it is two separate roads. Yeah, and it comes back up here, and you have to get it under the bridge, and well, that was fun. Anyway, so second or third area or something, a second area, honestly. So this is like a little hut town. Good fun for hiding in, shooting each other through little buildings. I designed this mostly for people who are interested in short distance warfare, not in one humongous area, but like lots of little areas, effectively. They kind of lead on to each other, but you can see how there's like a separation zone. So if I go up, you see there's a bit of a zone to the train bit. There's a zone around this section, so you can see sort of like the border of it here. So I've given it a little checkpoint area and a man with a machine gun. I tried to put as many of these as I could around to give people defence. And I tried to put these tunnels in places too to give people places to hide in. This actually was quite a popular map when it was online. I ran the server from my own PC a long time ago. It was good fun. So the boat's drivable. If you don't know much about Far Cry 2, pretty much all vehicles have some kind of drivability on them, if it's got that symbol on it. So we got trucks, van things, not huge, I'm talking like jeep sized things. Boats. There's two different types of boat. And I have a funny oh yeah, there's the glider as well, which there is actually one on this map, so I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so next. This is basically if you're playing in a team deathmatch of some kind on here, you can see I've got the red here, and then there's the yellows over there. The teams start on opposite sides. So this is one side, that's the other side. This is quite cool because you actually get this building. So this building is, well, it's got nothing in it. It's literally an empty building. You build it down, you go in. There's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing inside it. Everything that's put down is stuff I've put down. So you've got an ammo storage there. You up the stairs. Space doesn't do anything on this one. Right, okay. Go through. So we've got bookshelves. We've got little bits here. Just to try and make it look like it was once lived in. Obviously not, but yeah, a little bit of discarded ammo. Then onto the roof. So the roof zone is obviously set up so that you can have some kind of defence over there, from over there. You've got barrels you can hide behind. You've got the ladder you can get onto the roof with there. You've got these pipes that you can have a bit of fun with going in and out of. Another one there to hide in. Then you've got some cover here. More cover here. So this actual section here was designed because that area over there is so overpowered. So I had to design something over here that was quite powerful too. So we've got cover, and then we've got like a secondary little village bit here, which I tagged on because there just wasn't enough cover to hide in. And it's useful to hide in. I always used to run the servers in hardcore mode, so you actually had to see the people to shoot them rather than have a tag above their head. So obviously that's kind of, this game is all about stealth and shooting and stuff. Although a lot of people just play by firing and hoping they hit something. American style. And then you got this, which has got a machine gun point. And there's a little buggy, so they have actually got a buggy over here. Right, so what have we got? So I made the little docks, as I was saying. So we've got some cover. This section of docks does not have a ladder. There's ladders on most sections of the dock at one point. Ah, there we go. So I've got a flat bit into the water, a way to walk out, a ladder to go up. Some ammo on the end. So right, so if you're here and you've got guys over there shooting at you, this stuff explodes. You don't want to be near it. So although you've got these guns, these weapons, they're very good weapons to have to be able to shoot at stuff over there, but this stuff's just too dangerous to be close. So the advantage actually is still to the yellow team. Other things. Well, we've got this crate thing in the water. Well, if you get inside there, if someone knows you're in there, so I'm going to get to a point where you can see. Someone knows you're in there, they can get you from over there at some point, but they have to know you're in here, really. It's a good little hiding hole. What else have we got? I'm thinking of calling this a map tour on YouTube as a video name, just to anyone to know. Alright, so yes, this vehicle here in the middle of... But I actually really like this vehicle. I don't know why. It chugs along really slowly. Oh yeah, I know why. It's because it's got a gun on the front. So you can have two of you going. One can be driving and the other can be shooting. Right, so that's the third area discussed. I suppose we could go into the fourth, really, which is basically the entire town. Now, the town is huge. So, the borders of the town are this mast here, really. We've got a little container that we can hide in, and I think this has got... Yes, it does. It's got a little gun inside it with ammo. So, someone comes up to you, you can shoot them. Someone tries to get on that, you can shoot them, etc. So, it's a bit of fun. What else have we got? So people start running. So spawn zones, if for free for alls, all over the place. Little canoe that doesn't actually go anywhere. Okay, so we're into the town. Let's start at the beginning of the town. Okay, so If you know this game, you know that things get set on fire and then they explode and they go big, and yeah, so you don't want to be near fire. So the huts go on fire too, if I remember right. I'll test it out in a minute. You'll see why this is overpowered. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough. Okay, so in here we got well, there's a thing on the wall there. There's a power generator. Don't ask me why I put it there, just for the hell of it, really. Table and chairs with some grain on it, because that's how you barter around here, with cows and grain. There's not a lot else to use, is there? So, then we've got a bit of cover here, so if you're going between buildings you don't get shot at from over there, or vice versa over here, as much. This building, okay, so the doors are shootable, which you can probably gather from the look of them. Some of them are, some of them aren't, depending on the building. I tried to use buildings that you can actually use in rather than buildings you can't. So upstairs now, we're in, there's not, as I say, there's not a lot in this place. You go out onto the balcony, and then you've got a balcony point, but then you can get up to the roof. Now the roof, I tried to make roofs as useful as possible. So I've got cover zones for shooting into the town, but I've also got cover zones for shooting over there, and another ladder to get down. Okay, so that's those covered. We've got the little huts covered, so that's just another house to hide in. Machine gun there, a big rock. Okay, so this is my favourite section of the whole map. Before I go on to the tower, anyway. So you've got like a little area you can run around in there, but you're almost likely to get killed there. You can use these logs to walk along, to walk around the whole thing. This is a garage, and I just stuck a broken car and a ladder in it, so you can. It just looks like a dead garage, basically. So yeah, now from here, what I've tried to do is I've tried to make walkways around everything if I could. So we've got ladders that go onto roofs. This particular building does have a thing inside you can use, which is nice. Some place to hide on the top of it. Air conditioning unit that just got chucked on the top. So then we got the walkways. So we can walk across to this building. I mean, you can go on the roof of this building. You can walk along here, which is just an extra place to walk along. You can shoot people in there if you want them. Then if you're actually on this building, you've got gun shooting things. Inside, we've got one inside the building too. So yes, a nice little mounted car turret. Look at that! Look at that view. Beautiful. Downstairs. So downstairs is okay. It's nothing here. It's just a place to hide again. We can go upstairs, obviously. Okay, so that's that building. Going back to the roof, so I added this to the roof. It actually looks quite genuine that that's on the roof in the middle there. That's all added extra features. So you've got cover on the roof, and then you've got another walkway across to the church. Over here we've got a little platform that you can use to stand on. So let's get onto the roof now. So I don't think I added these fences on this roof. I think they were there by default, if I remember right. And then we got this section here. So this is a way down to the platform here, and that platform is basically a place you could hide. It's not really about being on the roof at this stage. It's about places you could hide, because it's around the back. So you've got the roof. You can go up to the very top. Now this point here is the highest point that is not on that big rock there. The reason I'm not showing you the rock properly yet is because I've got some stuff to show you over there. Okay, so you can see we've got a gun on the top. We go down a level. Stuff can't be shot out from here. You can go in here and use your own guns. So there's the initial camera. Go down. So I've had to add some of the ladders. A couple of them were already in this. I think those two were already in. Let's go into the main church itself, which is through here. So I've tried to make it as churchy as I could. Well, to a point. So I've got books, and then I turned it into something else. Church stuff. And then we got ammo. Got a gun thing to shoot people with. Right, I built this because you could actually go up it. Or you can use that. And go up into the rafters. Now when you're in the rafters, you can shoot people coming in. And they won't know you're here. Even better. Okay, so let's go into the back. So this is literally just a back exit to the church, basically. It's a good escape. But it's nicely covered, so no one can actually see you leave from here, so you could be shooting away and they go, ah, I need to leave and run away. Okay, so what we got? We got a little house. That's somewhere you could run to hide. It's got some ammo in it if someone's chasing you from there. Okay, let's move around a little bit further. So we got another building here. What's that? Is that a light? That's a light. Okay, so you get day-night cycles in this game. I deliberately chose a cloudy-ish kind of time and look. So what we got here? We got another sort of building. Have I already done that one? With stuff on the top. There's a couple of guns on there. So this is overpowered because of all the guns. Then you've got a steel bar that takes you to this garage. I believe it's a garage anyway. And then there's some stuff on the top. I added all this around here. Extra platforms effectively. And then inside here... yeah, so through here. So the lighting is just so realistic when it's put in correctly. We've got a computer. And we got a couple of tyres. Now the reason we got tyres here is because, oh look at that gas canister ready to explode. It's because it's next door to an actual car garage. Now there's a glitch in this where if you put something inside a building that you can actually drive, eventually it'll just spawn on top of it. That's a bit of a pain. So out here, this section is rather enclosed. It's difficult to get vehicles through, but you can. You've got another container here, which I think is another one you can hide in. No, it's not. It's just one you can climb on. Say I've got stuff that goes over the roofs. I've got like a little climbing thing inside there, so you can climb on top of the bus from inside. Oh yeah, look, I put concrete pillars there. That's cool. Right. Okay, so I think that's the map covered up to the highest point. So a load of junk. Hooray! Right, so with the camera view that looks over there at the other side of the map. This I'm going to go from this side round. So you wouldn't know that someone was escaping round up here unless you were literally looking from a handful of buildings. So you go up here, and usually by this point, if anyone's going to spot you, they can hit you. See, this is where you need to be fast. You get in here. Now you can go on the roof and up higher, or inside and just use the gun. Now if you go in here, this is pretty protective. This is useful, but you can eventually get shot. You go up, ladder, onto the top of this roof, up, ladder, up here. Up, another ladder. So this is really tall rock, and it took quite a lot of ladders to get up here. Found a way around, eventually using these. Another little ladder here to get you up a bit higher. It's actually two different rocks. You can see from this. There's a couple of big rocks stuck together. And then you can go. Well, let's look around here first. So you've got a bit of cover here, so you can use this area as a sniper zone to shoot stuff down there. We got this here, which is just a platform that I stuck on the top, which actually looks quite cool from here, to be fair. Water tower. Don't ask me why I put a water tower up here. Somewhere to hide if you need to. If someone chased you up here and you don't want to fool them. You can come down to here. You've got another area you can shoot at. Oh, I'll show you this in a minute. This is all the stuff around the back. Actually, I'll do that now. Okay, so around the back of the church, we actually have an alternative way up here, all the way across here. And you've got two bridges. So one bridge takes you over here to this particular lookout. You've got a lookout tower you can shoot at from another angle. This is an area that you would not expect people to be in very often. Got another little building here with a couple of things on the roof. I haven't got a ladder to get on that one. Oh well. Another bit of train. Don't ask me why. You can get on that one though. Okay, so the other bridge here is also attached to this tower, so they both join up here. You can connect to them here. Therefore, you can use this bridge. When you're on this bridge, you've got a little hut here you can shoot across the water with, which obviously you can see over there just about too, but that's quite well hidden with the tree. Over here, we've got the other way in. You can see on the roof there. You've got the other way into this particular zone to go onto the top. So you could get up here in two different ways. Some of it's the same, obviously. So finally, the last part. Round, and eventually, so I stuck another one on top, you see. So I stuck a little walkway in, allowed you to go round, where did it go? Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Had a little shortcut walkway there. Found another little bit of stilting here. Went up some more. And look, I've left myself a nice little parachute thing right at the top here. So you can just glide around and have fun all around the map. Right, I'm going to pause this and then go into a game mode. Okay, so I've got my man and I've got his gun. So right click and then left click to shoot. Okay, so it's unlimited ammo when you're in single player, which is fine. Well, it's not even a single player; it's map editor. Okay, so I'll have a look around and I'll show you what you can do. So it's E, yes, it's E. So this is a grenade. I don't know if that was the sky or the gun. Probably the gun. Okay, so let's get off the gun and have a look around. Okay, so. Hey, my favourite move, the run slide. Okay, so. Let's see what other weapons we've got. We've got a pistol, one of those and one of those. Okay, fine. Oh, I think its Q is... Yes! Molotov. Okay, so, demonstration of fire. Fire spreads quick. Fire means run away! It kind of catches eventually. Anyways, if I throw that at that, I have a funny feeling this... Does it? Maybe it doesn't. I'm running away. I don't want to get killed. Okay, so as I said earlier about these blue doors, you can just literally shoot them out and go through them, which is fine. They respawn eventually. Let's go up top and have a glide round. Let's take the hard way. It's been a long time since I've actually played this properly. Problem is, no one's actually got it. So, game controls, a WASD, left click, right click, look round. This is traditional first person shooter kind of thing. E to interact, Q to throw grenades, blah blah blah. I don't know where my controller is, I can't be bothered to see if that would work. Up the hill. And up again. We're not far now. I put these little lanterns in which, well, yeah, they explode, which is cool. Ah! Oh, yeah, up there. That's it. Got a little Steam announcement saying miscreated or something's done something or other then. No idea what that's on about. It's some game I've probably followed and never have any interest in. Or it's too expensive, or there's game flaws, or something like that. Anyway, let's go up the hill. Hill? Running oh, there we go, and we can nicely climb over the railing like this, and as you can see it's I'm a black man. Let's go the hit. Okay. This is actually the only reason I have this game, is the map editor. I just love the map editor. I don't care about the gameplay. The map editor is amazing. What you can do with it is just phenomenal. Especially, I mean, if I made this 8 years ago, look at the condition it's in now. It plays beautifully. It looks really good still. I mean, it's not obviously perfect, because you don't expect anything to be perfect after that length of time, but... So let's go down a little bit and see what we can do. So there's the train station over there. You got the second area there, and we got... Whoa, that's it. There's the main lake with the staging zone here. Over to the little town hall, and up we go. Whee. Everyone just loves flying these things. There's no reason for it at all, but everyone just loves flying these things. I'm gonna ditch. Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to aim for the water. Not the... God, it's so unresponsive. Ah! Right, so you can swim. Hooray! You can swim, and it actually looks like he's swimming, which you don't get in some games. Anyway, so climb on board eventually. There we go. Okay, so you got the choice of walking around, which is, for its time, quite unusual. Anyway, so let's go and get on this thing. One of my favourite boats. So we're in it, and the motor's going, and it's cool. You can drive it. Okay, there's like a couple of backwaters I've made as well, where you can drive around with hovercrafts and all that kind of stuff. Over that way, I think. Things eventually spawn back where you left them, so if you do put them somewhere and lose them, then you can get them back eventually. So it's not a major issue. If you blow it up, it'll respawn eventually. What's that? Oh, my kite thing. Oh well. There's another roadblock up there by the looks of it. And yeah, this is the little... So down here, so you can see we've got a little jetty dock there. We've got the actual... one of those as well. Let's run this thing a little bit of ground. Okay, that's good enough for me. So let's have a look, see what I've done to it. Not too bad, is it? It doesn't take much to explode one of these either. Okay, that's on fire now. Back up. Anyway, so that's an introduction to, well, the map editor on Far Cry 2 and what you can actually do with it. I think it's still an amazing game. It's pretty cheap half the time these days because it's so old. Give it a go. Go and get it. Thank you for watching.